Fucking hell, man, PewDiePie. That video, the one that's titled "I'm banned" in all caps, the word is the phrase "I'm banned." That is in all caps. That was one hell of a trippy video, and I know that the premise of it, in a sense, was that you'd made it about 3 or 4 times, and yet that contained within it sub-stories that you included in that video. That was a beyond fourth wall breaking because you were talking about a continuous current news event in an involved time form capsule that involved you so that you were able to show that detail of the different things that are things that we do commonly, such as that I have 3 YouTube accounts myself, even though you're supposed to only have one technically, and that was kind of like a loose rule that people are like, fuck that shit, in general about things. Let's see how far we can push the limits of the social medium that we are on to do co-creation. What are the limits of it? Where will people stop you and not allow you to proceed? You were interfacing the computer of the general social consciousness, and the general social consciousness has a bit more prejudice than usual in most types of computers. Although, not necessarily. I mean, at this point, what you're doing amounts to a live stream version of a Black Mirror episode, except usually done well and not crappy. Like that one time when you destroyed your friend's computer in that game of I forget what it's called, but it's something to do with rock, paper, scissors, and then the person who loses their computer is hacked by like one of those computer sharing programs, and you're just allowing this to happen. And then you deleted his thing from System 32, and that was the end of the game, because his computer died. I don't watch all your stuff, and I've come to be watching more of it again, because the fourth wall that is YouTube is being broken by you, because you're aware of all of that. And you're also one of the centers of a good degree of general consensus attention about our collective conscious and unconscious, about how things work and how things are. You know things, we know things, and that's a common thing. It's a common trait for people who do YouTube. For me, this amounts not much less than to speaking out in public about a wondering in my imagination, because I don't have the same degree of ability in regards to editing videos that you have. I've never really developed that. I've been more focused on ideas. And I'd like to focus a bit more on video because I see it as being a very concise form of self-expression. I mean, that was incredible. That was awe-inspiring to me, and I want... How do you edit your videos? How do people enjoy... How does Philip DeFranco edit his videos? I'd like to learn this better. I don't really know how it works. I mean, I've been predominantly going with the lack of money and going with free programs. Perhaps you use some paid programs, and maybe I should look into that. Which ones do you recommend? And maybe there's some that I've already heard, I'm not sure. Do you have any recommendations? What do you do to work on your videos, PewDiePie?